What do you see here? Are you looking at the green dot? I bet most of you probably are. The green dot represents the 1% of businesses in the US that are large and medium. The gray dots represent the 99% of businesses that are small. I highlight this fact because most of our attention on corporate climate action is in that 1% of businesses, which makes sense. They have a large impact, we're familiar with the brands, and many of them are leaders on climate action. However, we can't reasonably expect that all businesses can follow in their footsteps. The resources that large businesses have are very different from those of small businesses. And if we're going to tackle climate change, we need solutions that work for everyone. For example, this is Anna. She owns a bakery in Boulder. Like many small business owners, she has limited time and capacity, limited free capital, and doesn't own her building. Right next door to Anna is Maria. Maria owns the grocery store and spends all of her time operating a business. It's a full-time job. We need climate action solutions that work for business owners like Anna and Maria. And we need these solutions because in order to avoid the worst impacts of climate change, globally, we need a 50% reduction at least in greenhouse gas emissions by 2030. And to achieve that is going to take everyone's participation. That's why we designed our Climate Action Challenge, which is enabling businesses across Boulder County to participate in the global greenhouse gas reduction effort without having to hire new staff or reinvent the wheel. With the Climate Action Challenge, we took the major principles and protocols that are being followed internationally and adapted them so that any business can participate, small or large. When businesses join the Climate Action Challenge, they'll begin to understand the major sources of their emissions, as well as the key strategies to reduce them. Next, they'll go on to make a plan and set their own greenhouse gas reduction goal and tracking procedures. We're making this possible for small businesses by providing free expert advising services, financial incentives, and streamlined processes, all of which are demystifying the process of setting and achieving a greenhouse gas reduction goal. Already, we're seeing that many small businesses face similar challenges, and that there are common solutions that we can apply together to reach them. For example, consider a greenhouse gas inventory for a typical small business. In green, you see the emissions from their electric use, which will decline over time as more renewables are added to the grid. Blue represents the on-site fossil fuel use for heating, and gray captures the rest of the business's emissions. We're seeing that a 50% reduction goal is achievable for many small businesses in Boulder County, and that a key to meeting that goal will be electrifying their heating. However, there are some barriers. Most small businesses do not own their heating equipment in their building, and understandably, many property owners are not inclined to make changes if they're not certain that it's something that their current and future tenants are invested in. That's why we need a movement. Through the Climate Action Challenge, we're bringing businesses and property owners together so that they can tackle these challenges and result in faster and better outcomes together. That's the power of a movement. For example, if we have a critical mass of businesses and property owners all targeting 100% electric heating, then that will encourage contractors and utilities and policymakers to come together to meet that demand. And this is critical because we are not on track. Current projections show us missing our greenhouse gas reduction targets by a wide margin. And the longer that we wait to correct this, the harder it will be to stabilize the climate. We believe that through the Climate Action Challenge, we'll be able to build a movement of businesses that can accelerate the pace of change within Boulder County and beyond. And so we invite you to join the businesses that have already signed up for the Climate Action Challenge, including chambers of commerce, nonprofits, restaurants, and retail. And so the question is, will you rise to meet the challenge of our times? Visit pacepartners.com/challenge to learn more and sign up.